Hey, I'm Liv, and welcome to another indie niche perfume review. Today, we're going to be talking about Astrid perfumes, and I have a whole bunch, 8 to be exact. A couple months ago, I did a first sniff and wrote down what I thought about each of these scents. Then, I wore each numerous times. This one was hard for me. I'll go into that. But I wore each numerous times, then I wrote down what I thought about that. If you are interested, all the timestamps will be down below for everything. First things first, we're gonna go into my first sniffs, first impressions of these scents, and then after that, we're gonna go into my final impressions and final thoughts. So let's go back in the past and see how that went. Hello, it's time for another perfume video. I'm so excited because when I do this, my first impressions, then it means that I have a couple weeks coming up of smelling amazing and different every day. So it's super fun for me. I have a gorgeous handful of stuff, and today we are going to be doing a first impression of Astrid perfumes. I haven't heard about this brand before. I have no expectations, so I'm super excited and completely in the dark. Let's give them a sniff. We have 8 amazing scents to try today, and the first one is Rat Lady. Interesting. Oh, and this is from that same sample service, a heavy, but it's 2020. I made a face when I said a heavy because I'm not sure if that's how you say it, but anyways, let's look it up quickly. Okay, I looked at their website. It's on Shopify. It looks like they've been going for a while and they do a bunch of indie brands, so I'm actually really curious. Like, I might be interested in trying that. However, I might reach out to them and ask about the difference in longevity, because I did notice in 1692 that the decanted heavy sample perfumes wore off noticeably faster than the what seemed to be original samples from 1692. Anyways, so this is from a heavy, so we're gonna give it a sniff. Rat Lady, let's go to it. Oh, that's very surprising. There was a scent from 1692, Formula 86, I think it was called, and it smelled like Worcester sauce, like in this inappropriately sweet to savory sort of way. This does it right. This is unexpected. It smells savory and sweet at the same time, but in a really good way. Almost like the smell of hot tar, like the pavement's been heated up on a hot day, and then you smell something syrupy wafting by. It's very interesting. Sweet and savory at the same time, and I really like it. Like, I would wear this. That'd be weird. Hey, I'm wearing Rat Lady? Yeah. You smell so good. What is that? Rat Lady? Weird. Although I did have rats, so I guess I was a rat lady. All right, this is a sample directly from Astrid Perfume. I say that because it says it on there. And it is, there's like a tilde over the A. Nian? I think Astrid is a Nordic name, I'm not sure. Oh, that's super weird. It's like floral and alcohol and flour, but like baking flour in a very like clean, self-possessed, womanly sort of way. That said, it's a bit unisex, and it does smell like baking. Like, I almost smell a marzipan or something. Like someone's in a kitchen and there's flour and they're making marzipan, but it's not very sweet at all. It's like more the nutty side of marzipan. That's really interesting. I would wear that too. Whoa, that's 2 that I would totally wear. I would wear that. Interesting. I'm really excited. Another sample directly from Astrid, and this one just says rat. I wonder if it's Rat Lady and it's like differently labeled or something. No, that's definitely different. Oh, I just booped my nose. Okay, this is chocolatey. Why is it called rat? It's chocolate. It's really delicious. It's like chocolate and sweet. Like you make a hot chocolate and you put a bunch of sugar in it, and then you don't know where the sugar's gone. And then you take that last sip and you're like, that's where the sugar went. And it's super sweet and chocolatey and syrupy. That's what that smells like. But it's actually not too sweet. It's just deliciously condensed. And it's not super multi-layered. Like, it's chocolate and sweet, and I don't smell that much else. That's interesting. I'd wear that on my hair. All right, next one. This is also from Astrid. Calliope. Let's have a sniff. This one's just a brighter color. It's like a little tangerine bottle, and it smells like it looks. It smells citrus, tangerine, and bright with a little hint of something floral, but mostly citrus. Like, a lot of this makes me think of being in the kitchen. Like, you've been making a fruit salad and your hands smell really citrus. Nice. I would wear that on my skin like a moisturizer. Okay, next we have Urania. All right. This is a deep purple little bottle. I'm hoping it's something sensual. Oh my goodness. That is really weird. It's very berry, but very perfumey. It's really, really weird. It's It's a berry perfume. Like there's some floral, but in the sense of like if someone said to a mainstream perfume maker, go make something floral. So it's like that kind of floral. Like it doesn't smell floral like a garden. It smells like a floral perfume with with a heavy, heavy berry top note. It's a weird way to describe it, but that's how it smells. It's actually, that's good. I would also wear that too. That is 3 wears as perfumes out of 5 so far, and 2 that I'd wear on my body. All right, Melpomene. Oh, this one is a gray little bottle. It looks kind of ghostly, intriguing. Ooh, this one is woody and fresh. Woody, fresh, unisex, very clean and bright, foresty. That's excellent. And it also very much smells like a perfume. Actually, it smells a little more of a cologne. It's definitely leaning to the masculine side of unisex, but still unisex. That's very interesting. I'm loving this brand so far. It's weird because so far everything has a top note and then a very heavily layered base note. So like the base note is multiple things and then a top note is blah. Yeah. Okay. Here we have Thalia, and this is like a pinky blue little bottle. So I feel like we'll get something youthful and delicious. Ooh. It's berry bubblegum, and not in a candy way. In the same way that other one, Calliope. In the same way that Calliope was, no, that's not it. No, I think it was Urania. Yeah, in the same way that was floral and berry. This is bubblegum and berry, but it's not candy-ish. It's like a bubblegum perfume, and not like a child, like a mature bubblegum. That's really weird, but yeah, it's fresh, clean, but sweet and delicious bubblegum berry. That's weird. I like it. I don't know if I'd wear that, but... Oh, and this is Clio. Okay, this is Clio, and this is another gray looking marbly sort of label. Huh. I want this as a body wash. It's fresh, unisex, clean, bath, shower, very energized, a little bit of mint. This is like the best body wash scent of all the perfumes that I tried so far out of all the brands. Like I remember when I did my Alchemia review, there were a couple that smelled like body wash, like I think it was Awakening Desert it was called, and Desert Sands smelled like body wash, but not in a good way. This is how I want to smell when I get out the shower. I want to smell if I'm showering and going out, not if I'm showering and go to bed. This is like too awake for showering and go to bed, probably. But it is very fresh, very clean, very delicious. Like if I smelled someone who got out the shower and smelled like this, I'd be like, you really wash yourself well. You're very clean and delicious now. I don't know. Yeah, that's really good. That's really, really good. I think that's like 4 scents I'd wear probably. I am really impressed and I'm really excited to try these. I have 8 delicious scents to mess around with and try for the next couple weeks. I can't wait. For me, it's going to be a very long time. For you, it's going to be just now. I'm so excited to give you my final impressions on these scents. It's taken me so long. First, we have Rat Lady. This is sweet and savory, but in a good way. Not like that Formula 86 by 1692 that I tried previously. The one that smelled like Worcestershire sauce. Worcester, whatever. So this one, it smells almost like a hot pavement in the summer with sweet and syrup in the air. It's kind of like how cornbread is sweet. Like it's got that little hint of sweet and savory. It's very pleasant. I gave it a 7 out of 10. On my skin, I wanted to love this. I really like how sweet it is with the savory twist, but it's too spicy. And this is gonna be a trend that you'll notice with Astrid Perfume. It's too spicy. Even having a little whiff of this right now, it makes my nose start to twitch a little. I can smell that spice. And it's not the first thing you smell. It's only once you wear it, have it on your skin for a bit, in my case at least, that it devolves into this heavily, heavily spicy note. It's really unpleasant. It makes my nose twitch and it sort of ruins all the pleasant smells. 5 out of 10. Next we have Nian, not sure. At first sniff, it was floral, alcohol, and baking flour. It smelled womanly, self-possessed, a little bit unisex, and a little bit of marzipan, so maybe almond. I gave it a 7 out of 10. On my skin, it's much spicier again. There's a weird combo of sort of cinnamon and licorice almost. It reminds me of some kind of sweet, but I'm not sure what it is. Just thinking about it now, it's almost like those almonds that people threw at weddings. Like, I remember eating them and thinking they were stale, but I think they're supposed to be like that. Have you ever had those candy-covered almonds that people throw at weddings? It's almost like that, but really old. I don't know. This one too is making my nose twitch. Much too spicy on my skin. The majority of these Astrid Perfume scents are too spicy on me. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the way that it works with my skin chemistry, but they're too spicy to wear and it just devolves and that's all you have left. This does mature on my skin better than Rat Lady, but it's still not good. 6 out of 10. Next we have Urania. At first sniff, this was very berry, but very mainstream. Like a berry perfume, like a professional berry perfume. Slightly floral with a very heavy berry top note. Heavy berry. Weird to say. Anyways, I gave it a 6 out of 10. On my skin, it's a little spicy, but not too bad. Citrusy, but more like the rind, like lemon rind. It's a little floral and there's still a touch of berry. The scent actually stays consistent on my skin, but it's underwhelming. There's something about it that's just not amazing. It sort of stays very gourmand. And that's the other thing that I noticed with these Astrid perfumes. Spicy or gourmand. This one, Urania, goes gourmand. 5 out of 10. Next we have Clio. I was so excited about this one. It's fresh, energizing, unisex, and a little bit mint. Really a whole bunch of stuff I like. This smelled like an excellent morning body wash scent. Something you'd want to wake up with. 8 out of 10. On my skin, it stayed fresh and sexy, but became a little masculine. Sort of reminds me of a room scent or candle. This one actually lasted pretty well, but it still became too spicy. The scent stayed for about 4 or 5 hours, but after which point it was pure spice. Once again, even pricks up my nose just sniffing it. Ugh. I still love the smell, but too spicy. 5 out of 10. Next we have Thalia. This one was my biggest surprise. This was my only success. Nothing about the way that this first smelt made me think that it would work very well on my skin. At first sniff, Thalia is a berry bubblegum. Super weird, but it wasn't childish or candyish in any way. It was a really odd berry bubblegum, and not artificial either. Fresh, clean, sweet bubblegum berry. I guess it's like if there was a gum that smelled like a bubblegum berry, but kind of a real fruity scent. I don't know. I give it a 7 out of 10. On my skin, it's a slightly honeyed berry. It smells even less artificial. The honey is the first middle note. Then there's a tangy bite of flowers. I'm actually wearing it on my wrist. Then there's a tangy bite of flowers as the second note. Maybe even licorice for the tanginess. The floral and the berry in this matures very well on my skin. It's got just a tiny hint of spice, but it's not too much. It's got a bit of gourmand, but it's not too much. This one is excellent. 8 out of 10. Rat. The first sniff of this is pure chocolate and so sweet. It's that final sweet sip of a hot chocolate where all the chocolate powder and sugar is sort of congealed on the bottom and it's like heavily flavored. That's what this is like. Deliciously condensed. At first sniff, I gave this a 6 out of 10 as something I would wear in my hair or on my body, but probably in my hair. On my skin, this goes on very rich and almost boozy. Maybe that's the tanginess of the chocolate. It's definitely a sweet and savory mix, but sweet is the first note. After an hour, however, it starts to develop into a spicy potpourri that overtakes everything else. Literally, spicy potpourri makes my nose twitch. Ugh. It literally just kept getting spicier. I actually had to wash it off. On my skin, 4 out of 10. I just did an unboxing of Olfactive recently, and there was a chocolate scent in there called Wicked Good. And this Rat perfume reminds me of Wicked Good in the sense that they both definitely have chocolate first. Rat almost feels like a dark chocolate, like it's trying to get the tanginess and the sweetness of the chocolate. But Wicked Good, from that other video, I'm trying to remember what perfume house it was from, but I can't recall. Anyways, they did chocolate perfectly. It was a milk chocolate, because I think that's part of the difficulty is dark chocolate has a sweet and tangy, and milk chocolate is just creamy, sugary, yummy, cocoa deliciousness. The sweet and tangy of dark chocolate is hard to do, and that's this. That's Rat. The spiciness just seems to be a problem I'm having with these perfumes. 4 out of 10. Calliope. At first sniff, this is very citrus and tangerine and a little bit floral. I think I described it as kind of like you were making fruit salad and the smell on your hands after you were done. It goes on very melon and clean and fresh. Fruity, fresh. I don't know why, but the smell reminds me of Johannesburg. I don't know if the floral smells like a flower that's there. There's something there. Yeah, I don't know what it is. At first sniff, I gave this a 6 out of 10 as a moisturizer or body product. It's very fresh and citrus and clean and yummy. But on my skin, it devolves into a gourmand scent. It doesn't have any of the spice of the other ones, but it's one of the gourmands. And I think what that means to me is it just smells a bit like food. It becomes simplistic, a single note. It's just like yummy fruit, but there's none of the complexity of something that you want to wear for a long time. Does that make sense? I would still wear this as a moisturizer for sure, but I give it a 5 out of 10. Melpomene. This one is a little unique. At first sniff, it's woody, fresh, unisex, clean, and foresty. It very much smelled like a mainstream cologne. I gave it a 6 out of 10. On my skin, it turned into a masculine baby powder. It's the only scent that did this, and I know this is something that I found with some other niche indie perfume houses, is that some of their fragrances have a baby powder scent on your skin. This is the only one of any of these Astrids that has that, but I still didn't like it. On my skin, 4 out of 10. Now for my final thoughts about Astrid perfumes. This one took me forever. I think I almost finished some of these scents. I obviously didn't get them full because I got these all on the Indie Makeup and More Reddit, where they do a Sunday swap. So someone had already tried these and used these, but I used a bunch of these fragrances to try and get an understanding of them. I found that I kept applying them and reapplying them and then smelling them later in the day and thinking, what did I put on? Was this what I had on yesterday? I mean, obviously I write down each day what I'm wearing. I make sure that I know, and then I have my document ready to add my notes to, but each day the perfume went one of two ways. It either went spicy and nothing else, or gourmand and nothing else. And when I say gourmand, it's like it became a generic foodish scent in just an uninspiring sort of way. In the same way that half the scents devolved into a super spicy scent with very little else, the gourmand scent was there too. The gourmand was sort of an inoffensive, diminished sort of thing, like Urania. It was just a berry perfume, but not in an exciting way, just like, there's a berry scent on you. I don't know, it's weird. And then the ones that I liked, for the most part, were the spicy ones that got too spicy. Like literally prick your nose up too spicy. I don't know what it is. I'm bummed out. I was really excited about this brand, but I have to be honest, I'm super relieved that this is over. It's been months. It's been months of me trying to get these. There were multiple scents that I had to wear numerous days in a row just to get an understanding of it. And that's even just for me to say it became gourmand and wasn't exciting. And even then, I don't feel like I was able to pick up much depth. Now, I'm not a perfume expert. I'm just someone who likes sniffing stuff. But from my inexperienced nose, I didn't love this. I was disappointed. Like I said, Thalia, I would actually wear as a perfume. This smelled really good on my skin. It wore really well on me and worked really well with my body chemistry. That could be the whole issue here, is my body chemistry with this perfume, or this perfume brand in general. And then Clio, if I could get this in a body wash, maybe I'll pour this into a body wash. I wonder how that'll work. But I almost feel like maybe if this washed off, then I'd lose some of the spiciness, which I'd appreciate. Maybe I'll give that a try. Keep these two for fun. Anyways, I'm so excited now that I get to start a new perfume house. I have so many to choose from and I can't wait. I might pick something totally different. If you've tried Astrid perfumes and you have any thoughts about their brand or any of these perfumes that I've tried, I would love to hear them down below. Please don't be offended if I didn't like something that you like. Feel free to share your thoughts and then other people will have a different opinion about these scents. If you found this video helpful, interesting, fun, informative, whatever, I hope you do stick around and subscribe down below and click the like button so other people know that maybe this is a good video. Also, then I'll keep making these. Wherever you are, I hope you're having the best day that you possibly can. Be kind to the people around you. And thanks for hanging out.